Admiral Kethvar of the Dominion Supreme Fleet examined the holographic display with barely concealed contempt. Earth hung before him like a blue marble, defenseless and pathetic. Intelligence reports indicated the humans possessed fewer than 200 primitive vessels, most barely capable of interplanetary travel. "Pathetic," he muttered, his scaled fingers drumming against the command console. 27 star systems have fallen to our might, and now we waste time on this backwater world. His tactical officer, a insectoid Zephyrian, clicked his mandibles nervously. "Admiral, the humans have been broadcasting warnings for the past 48 hours. They claim we should withdraw before." "Before what?" Kethvar's laugh was a harsh rasp. "Before their mining ships and cargo haulers engage our dreadnoughts. The Galactic Intelligence Bureau confirms they have no weapons platforms, no shield generators, no quantum drives. They're insects pretending to be predators." What neither the Admiral nor the Galactic Intelligence Bureau knew was that Captain Sarah Chen was listening to their every word from the bridge of the UES Prometheus, humanity's flagship, positioned in the shadow of Pluto. The vessel itself defied conventional physics, its hull composed of programmable matter, its engines powered by controlled miniature black holes, its weapons systems based on technologies that most species couldn't even comprehend. "Captain," reported Lieutenant Commander Hayes, "the Dominion fleet has reached Earth's outer defense perimeter. 2,000 ships, including their super dreadnought Annihilator." Sarah nodded grimly. For 50 years, humanity had maintained the charade. They had allowed alien civilizations to believe Earth was a primitive world with outdated technology. It had been a useful deception, one that kept the galaxy's attention focused elsewhere, while humanity quietly expanded into dimensions the other species didn't even know existed. "How long since we activated the masking protocols?" Sarah asked. 18 hours, Captain. The entire Sol Defense Fleet is cloaked and positioned. 7,000 ships across 4-dimensional phases. Sarah smiled coldly. 7,000 ships that existed in parallel dimensions, undetectable by conventional sensors. Each one more advanced than anything the Dominion had ever faced. And the colonial fleets, standing by in hyperspace. Admiral Rodriguez reports the Mars fleet is ready. Admiral Okafor confirms the Europa Squadron is in position, and Admiral Nakamura's Deep Space Armada is awaiting orders. Total force projection, 23,000 vessels. Admiral Kethvar was still congratulating himself on an easy victory when his sensor arrays began registering impossible readings. Space itself seemed to ripple around Earth's moon, and suddenly, there were ships where none had existed moments before. "Sir," his sensor officer shrieked, "I'm detecting massive fleet formations materializing throughout the system." "What? How many ships?" I can't get an accurate count. They're appearing faster than our computers can track. Minimum 7,000 vessels, but the numbers keep climbing." Kethvar stared at the tactical display as it updated in real time. Sleek, angular ships emerged from dimensional rifts like phantoms becoming solid. Their design was unlike anything in the galactic database. Organic curves merged with geometric precision, hulls that seemed to shift and flow like living metal. "Impossible," he whispered. Intelligence said they had fewer than 200 ships. Captain Chen stood on the bridge of the Prometheus as her ship phased back into normal space-time. Around them, the full might of humanity's true fleet became visible for the first time in decades. The UES Leviathan, a fortress ship the size of a small moon. The dimensional carriers Infinity and Eternity, each holding fighter squadrons that existed in folded space. Destroyer squadrons that could manipulate time itself. All ships, this is Captain Chen. Execute Formation Omega. Show them what we've been hiding. Across the solar system, human vessels began their demonstration. The Leviathan fired a single graviton pulse that created a temporary wormhole, swallowing a Dominion cruiser and spitting it out on the far side of Jupiter. Fighter squadrons equipped with temporal drives attacked enemy ships from multiple timelines simultaneously, creating the impossible sight of the same vessels being destroyed by the same weapons over and over in rapid succession. Dominion Fleet, Sarah's voice echoed across all communication channels. This is Captain Sarah Chen of the United Earth Defense Force. You are trespassing in sovereign human space. You have 30 seconds to begin retreat procedures. Admiral Kethvar's bridge had descended into chaos. His ships were being torn apart by weapons that defied every known law of physics. One of his destroyer squadrons simply ceased
to exist, not destroyed, not vaporized, but edited out of reality itself. "Sir, we need to retreat," his tactical officer screamed. "Their technology is beyond anything we've encountered." "How?" Kethvar demanded. "How did they hide this from us?" His communications officer's voice was barely a whisper. "Admiral, I'm receiving data packets from the human fleet. They're showing us their real history." The holographic display shifted to show Earth's true timeline. Humanity had achieved faster-than-light travel 3 centuries ago. They had mastered dimensional manipulation, time dilation, and matter conversion. While other species fought over resources and territory, humans had been exploring parallel universes and harvesting energy from dying stars. But the most shocking revelation was why they had hidden their capabilities. They chose to appear primitive, the communications officer reported, his voice filled with awe and terror. "The data shows they've been deliberately limiting themselves to sublight technology whenever observed by other species. They wanted to avoid galactic attention while they colonized other dimensions." Captain Chun watched as more human fleets continued to materialize. The colonial armadas from 17 different dimensional phases, each one having developed unique technologies in their parallel realities. The quantum marines, soldiers who existed in multiple states simultaneously. The temporal guard, warriors who fought across different timelines to protect humanity's interests. "Captain," reported Commander Hayes, "Admiral Kethvar is requesting immediate communication. Put him through." The scaled face of the Dominion Admiral appeared on screen, his earlier arrogance replaced by barely controlled terror. "Captain Chun, we had no knowledge of your true capabilities. The Galactic Intelligence Bureau classified Earth as a Level 2 civilization." Sarah's expression remained cold. "Admiral, we've been a Level 10 civilization for over 2 centuries. We simply chose not to advertise the fact. We wanted to be left alone to develop in peace." "Why? Why hide such power?" "Because power attracts attention, and attention leads to conflict. We've watched civilizations destroy themselves fighting over scraps when the universe offers unlimited resources to those who know where to look." Around them, the human fleet continued to grow. Ships from mining operations in alternate realities, research vessels that had been exploring the spaces between dimensions, colony ships returning from universes where Earth had never existed. "How many ships do you have?" Kethvar asked weakly. Sarah consulted her tactical display. "Currently deployed in this dimensional phase? Approximately 28,000. If we include our multidimensional fleets." She paused. "Over 3 million vessels across 17 parallel realities." The Dominion Admiral's face went pale. His species had conquered 27 star systems with a fleet of 50,000 ships spread across their entire empire. Humanity possessed 60 times that number in just one solar system. "What do you want from us?" Kethvar whispered. "The same thing we've always wanted," Sarah replied. "To be left alone. You came to conquer Earth because you thought we were weak. Instead, you've discovered that we've been choosing not to be the dominant force in this galaxy." She gestured to the fleet around them. "Every ship you see represents technology that could reshape galactic civilization. We could have conquered every known world centuries ago. Instead, we chose exploration and development over expansion and domination. But now," Sarah's smile was cold as vacuum. Now you've forced our hand. We can no longer maintain the illusion of primitive Earth. The galaxy will learn what humanity is truly capable of. She turned to her tactical officer. Commander Hayes, transmit our real technological specifications to every major government in the galaxy. Let them know that humanity is no longer hiding. And Admiral, she addressed Kethvar directly, you have 5 minutes to remove your fleet from our solar system. After that, we'll demonstrate why we've spent 3 centuries developing weapons that exist outside conventional reality. The Dominion fleet began its retreat immediately, their ships disappearing into hyperspace as quickly as their drives could manage. But Admiral Kethvar remained on the communication channel for a moment longer. Captain Chun, why reveal yourselves now? You could have destroyed us without anyone knowing you existed. Sarah looked out at the stars, knowing that humanity's age of peaceful isolation was ending. Because, Admiral, sometimes the only way to maintain peace is to show your enemies the true cost of war. The galaxy thought it knew what power looked like. The human fleet began to fade back into their dimensional hiding places, but not before every sensor in the galaxy had recorded their specifications. Now they know better. In the days that followed, every major civilization received humanity's real technological profiles. The species that had dismissed Earth as a primitive backwater suddenly found themselves confronting the reality that the most advanced civilization in the galaxy had been hiding in plain sight for centuries. The balance of galactic power shifted overnight, not through conquest or intimidation, but through the simple revelation that humanity had chosen restraint when they could have chosen dominance. And somewhere in the depths of space, Captain Sarah Chun smiled as she watched other civilizations scramble to revise their understanding of what it meant to be powerful. The galaxy had underestimated humanity once. They would never make that mistake again.